Our 7th monsoon in Nepal was very difficult. It was long, it was wet, it rained for 120 days in a row. And we were living on a ridge in the Himalayas. We were training local physios, and I was homeschooling our 3 sons. And if you've got 3 sons, you can imagine what that was like, being inside with them for 120 days in a row. But it wasn't just being inside the house, it was being in the middle of a country that was struggling with poverty and with limited access to healthcare and with a civil war that was getting worse. We had a large army camp just down the hill from our house, so every day we heard bombs and gunfire, and every day we'd look at each other and think, should we be under the bed? And then in the evening we had a shoot-on-sight curfew, and as well as that there were riots and strikes and road blockages. But all my Nepali friends were struggling. One of them had her son abducted by Maoists, and then our physio student had his house bombed, and our Nepali pastor was trying to sell his kidney. He was so hungry. But then even worse than that was when my closest Nepali friend was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumour, and she was given 6 months to live. And she was my age, she had kids my age, and I was just struggling. I was looking at the rain and thinking, I can't do this anymore. And I was also wondering where God was. What was he doing? Had it become too hard for him as well? Had he run out of ideas and gone somewhere else? And in all of that, I just felt like all I could do was write. And I wrote by candlelight, and it felt like I had to, or the fire inside me would just consume me. And as I wrote, I thought about seasons of life. I thought about what God does through them, how he works. And you know, so often we think that God is there kind of just to make things smooth and easy for us. Or maybe that's how we pray. But you know, Luke 18, it says when Jesus comes back, will he find faith on this earth? Will he find believers who persevere, who pray? Will we be believers who are willing for him to conform us into his image? Will we be people who just open up our hands and say, Lord, here I am? So those were the things I was thinking about and I was writing about. And I looked back at my own life through Ecclesiastes 3 and thinking about, well, how does God make everything beautiful in his time? That's what the book is about.